Want to make anyone obsessed with you? Use these 9 psychological tricks and see the magic. What if I told you there are psychological tricks, simple, powerful habits that can make people not just like you, but become completely obsessed with you? Imagine being the person everyone wants to talk to, be around, and remember long after you've left the room. This isn't manipulation. This is about mastering charisma, connecting on a deeper level, and being the most magnetic version of yourself. 9 proven psychological tricks that will make you impossible to ignore. These tricks are backed by science and human behavior, and they're easy to apply. But don't miss number 9, because it's a game changer. Let's start with the one thing everyone dreads: embarrassment. Tripping in public, saying something awkward, or having an uncomfortable moment, it happens to all of us. But here's the secret. The way you handle embarrassment says everything about your confidence. Imagine you're giving a presentation, and suddenly you forget your next point. Do you freeze up, turn red, and panic? Or do you laugh it off and say, well, guess my brain just hit the snooze button for a second? When you laugh at yourself, you take control of the situation. People admire confidence, and when you show that you're okay with imperfection, you instantly become more likable. Think about the most charismatic people you know. They don't shy away from their flaws, they embrace them. They turn awkward moments into funny, memorable ones. Next time you spill coffee on yourself in public, instead of awkwardly apologizing, say something like, well, looks like I just invented coffee art. The key is to laugh first and let others laugh with you, not at you. Watch stand-up comedians. Many of them are masters at using self-deprecating humor to connect with the audience. Try incorporating this into your life. Laughter is one of the most powerful ways to connect with someone. But did you know there's a way to make laughter even more meaningful? It's called laugh tag. When you're laughing with someone, lightly touch their arm or shoulder. This small, seemingly insignificant gesture has a big psychological impact. Touch releases oxytocin, also known as the bonding hormone. It creates a sense of trust and closeness. Combine that with laughter, and you have a recipe for instant connection. Keep it light and appropriate. A brief tap on the forearm or shoulder is enough. Overdo it, and it can feel uncomfortable. Let's say you're joking around with someone and they burst out laughing. While they're laughing, lightly touch their arm and say, "You're cracking me up." Watch how their body language shifts. They'll lean in, smile more, and feel closer to you. Practice this with friends or coworkers. Notice how a simple, well-timed touch can make interactions more engaging. Humor is a superpower, and one of the easiest ways to be funny is through exaggeration. People love hyperboles because they're unexpected and ridiculous. For example, instead of saying, "I was so tired," say, "I was so tired I could have slept through a rock concert." It's simple, but it makes people laugh because it paints a vivid, funny picture. Humor activates the reward center of the brain, releasing dopamine, which makes people feel good. Practice adding exaggeration to your everyday conversations. For instance, if someone asks how your weekend was, say, "It was so busy. I feel like I aged a decade." Little things like this keep conversations fun and engaging. Here's a trick that works like a charm. Pretend to have an over-the-top ego, but just for a second. Imagine someone says, "You're so good at this." Instead of a typical thanks, you respond with, "Well, I mean, I am kind of amazing," and follow it up with a laugh or smile. This playful, self-aware humor makes you seem confident and fun without being arrogant. If someone says, "Wow, you've been working out," reply with, "Yeah, I'm basically training for the next superhero movie." Use this wisely. The key is to make sure people know you're joking by smiling or laughing afterward. Most people hold back when it comes to compliments. Don't be that person. If you think something nice about someone, say it. Compliments have a powerful psychological effect. They boost serotonin, the happiness hormone, and create an instant positive association with you. If someone's outfit looks great, say, "That jacket looks amazing on you." Simple, genuine compliments can make someone's day, and they'll remember you for it. Here's a fundamental truth about people. They love to talk about themselves. One of the easiest ways to make people obsessed with you is by mastering the art of listening and passing the conversational spotlight back to them. When you let someone talk about themselves, their brain releases dopamine. They feel good, valued, and important, and they subconsciously associate those positive feelings with you. Instead of dominating the conversation, ask open-ended questions. For example, if someone mentions they just got a promotion, don't just say, "Congrats." Instead ask, "That's amazing. What's the first thing you're most excited to tackle in your new role?" This keeps the conversation going and shows genuine interest in the other person. Imagine you're at a networking event. Instead of talking about your accomplishments, ask the person you're speaking with about their journey. If they mention a recent project, respond with something like, "That sounds fascinating. What inspired you to take that approach?" The key is active listening. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Actually engage with what the other person is saying. Nod, make eye contact, and occasionally repeat back something they said to show you're paying attention. When it's your turn to speak, don't just blurt out boring facts. People are naturally drawn to curiosity and intrigue, so use hooks to grab their attention. It's a surprising or intriguing opening that makes people want to know more. For example, instead of saying, "I went to the gym yesterday," you could say, "You won't believe what happened at the gym yesterday. I accidentally ended up in a Zumba class." Hooks create curiosity, and curiosity pulls people into your story. First, start with a question like, "Have you ever had one of those days where everything goes hilariously wrong?" Then, use a bold statement, "I just did something I swore I'd never do." Now add a tease like, "I learned a huge lesson yesterday, and it came from the most unexpected place." Imagine someone asks, "How was your weekend?" Instead of a basic response like, "It was good," say, "It was insane. I ended up at a karaoke bar, and let's just say I'm officially banned from singing Bon Jovi." Practice creating hooks for common questions like, "What do you do?" or "How's life?" This makes even mundane conversations more engaging. Charismatic people are like great storytellers. They always have a few killer stories ready to share. Stories are memorable, entertaining, and they help people connect with you on a deeper level. Our brains are wired for stories. They activate the sensory and emotional parts of the brain, making your words more vivid and impactful. Think of moments in your life that are funny, inspiring, or unexpected. Structure them with a clear beginning, middle, and end. Add a dash of humor or a surprising twist to keep them interesting. Maybe you once got lost in a foreign country and accidentally ended up at a local festival. Share how confused you were, how you tried to communicate, and the hilarious moments that followed. Practice telling your stories out loud. The more comfortable you are, the more natural and engaging you'll sound. The confidence mindset. Let's end with the foundation of everything we've discussed, confidence. Without it, none of these tricks will land. Confidence is the key to being magnetic, memorable, and irresistible. But here's the catch. Confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about embracing who you are, flaws and all. People aren't drawn to perfection. They're drawn to authenticity. Adopt a growth mindset. Understand that every interaction is a learning experience. If you stumble, learn from it and move on. Focus on your strengths. Instead of obsessing over what you lack, double down on what you're good at. Stand tall, make eye contact, and don't fidget. Your body tells a story. Make sure it's a confident one. Imagine walking into a room full of strangers. Instead of worrying about what they think, walk in with the mindset, "I have value to offer." This shift in perspective will change how you carry yourself and how others perceive you. Confidence isn't about feeling fearless, it's about acting fearless. Even if you're nervous, take that first step, speak up, and trust yourself. These aren't just tips, they're powerful tools you can use to transform your social life, boost your confidence, and create meaningful connections. Now listen carefully. If you close this video, then we'll never meet again. So join Dark Mindset or live like a fool. The choice is yours. See you soon.